and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
54 is mine. 54 is mine. 54. 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Jim.
On 2nd and 9, Watson, he'll fire this. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big-time play there for the Texans. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
And inches at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. First down carry here for Johnson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. To the air yet again, Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Five yards remain on 2nd down.
Push him back. There we go. 37 is the mark. Mark 37. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Watson looks to throw again. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Pick up of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally. Because
and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Darren Fells. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Ties the game at 7. Kaimi Fairbairn to kick off for Houston.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
A 5-yard gain.
On the ground, it's Mack.
At the 16.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now he's taken down, and Rivers in the end zone. Down to the ground he goes. That results in a safety and 2 points. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
38-yard line.
2nd and 4. Watson, off play action. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. Watson. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
First down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd and goal.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
A 20-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. It's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right.
He's got it at the 15. And down to the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Obviously, a big play was needed. And you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a 1st down, but a big gain to boot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Watson being chased out left. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up fourth. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Brings up third down.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. A play fake to Mack. Now Rivers. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
For Paris Campbell, incomplete.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now right away, he'll look to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he stopped immediately there.
Marlon Mack, the ball carrier.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. They find some open field here. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 13. It's a big conversion on 3rd for the Colts. 51 yards on the ground.
And a Colts 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Whitney merciless. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 3rd and long for Rivers. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not, it's not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Watch 36. 36 the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun, Watson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Looking for Campbell downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
Stop your body. Check 26, check 26. 36, 36. Check 3, check 3. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Hey, Delta!
They'll try to run it with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Michael Gallup, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have broken the tie.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Fairbairn in the kickoff for Houston.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
19 yards.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Darian Conley, the one to bring him down.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rivers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Rich defensively.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
7-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Back now in Houston, it's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Now a first down throw, Watson. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they got an answer for it.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Play action now. Rivers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Colts on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking for Campbell downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. The 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's set a tone, fellas. 2 points down, coming. 1-3.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st down, it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Texans 36, Colts 15.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Roby on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Max got the 1st down and then some. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Gary and Conley on the tackle.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up
2nd and 12.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He's got Burton here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Indianapolis.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Colts 1st down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Rivers pass. Intercepted.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The